Mm-mm. What's up? What's up? It been a minute, y'all. It been a minute. What's up? CEO, yo. What's up, mama? What's up? Let me put this over here so I can see the viewers on this side. I better put it on that side. There we go. So what's up, y'all? It been like I think like 2 weeks since I got on live on my personal page. I've been getting on live on other people's platforms lately, and I've been dipping and dabbing in the so-called alleged woke community just to get content for my YouTube and everything like that. But it been interesting. A lot of arguments on B for All's TikTok page. We had Africans coming out telling the truth. We had a few Native Americans coming out telling the truth. I got into it with a Marxist that promoted the Black Lives Matter and LGBT movement. A lot went down. Ooh, a lot went down this week. Then run-ins with the Pan Africans. A lot went on. It was a lot. What up, Aboriginal Bloodline? What's up? Why do you have to cause indigenous shut up? When you see people like that, just say shut up. Don't even finish the sentence. I saw this shit, bro. Ridiculous. Man. What that guy said, he said, we're going to call ourselves Ebonicans. I said Ebonicans, yeah, because our Ebonics. We all speaking Ebonics, so let's call ourselves Ebonicans. I said, bro, that's crazy as hell, man. That's the type of stuff you will hear on the BLK Matter movement on their type of platforms. You know, they try to perceive themselves as woke and all this other things like that, but they not really there. They just regurgitating and repeating just stuff that my people is presenting. Let's be real. My people is presenting. Because a lot of people just copying me, Los Monty, Rashad, Gaddy's. Y'all just really copying our information and just do it and making it seem like, hey, you the ones that found it, knowing damn well people is telling you that you found it from my clique, know what I'm saying? My people, know what I'm saying? So give credit when it's due. Don't make it seem like you the progenitor of this knowledge being presented out, because you're not. Shit, I'm just being real. I'm just being real. Who's this before we start the lesson?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up, Mister?
Hey, I've been live with you before, and I've been on Monte stuff. I've been on a few of y'all stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the same movement, but and I can go live on my own platform. It's just that I ain't good with talking to people, so I end up every time I end up in a big argument, like with these people, these Pan African people who still believe that we came over here on boats and that we were slaves. Come on, man. I've traced my genealogy back to the 1800s, and my people never told me nothing about slavery. I was just over my father-in-law's last night, and I asked him. I was like, "Yeah, you was born back in the how old are you?" He said he was 73. I was like, "So you was born in about?" No, he said he was 79. I said, "So you was born in like the 1929 or so?"
Hmm.
He was like, "Yeah." So I said, "So how?" I said, "So you remember stories from your mother? Did she tell you anything about slavery?" He said, "Nah." I said, "What about your grandparents?" He said, "No, they didn't say anything about slavery." I asked him where he was raised at. He said he was raised in Denver, Colorado. That's where we're from. So I'm asking him about his history. Man, soon as I told him, man, the only place you was told about slavery was when you went to school.
Right.
We were not taught slavery at home. We was taught that we had Indian in our blood, and this is what happened. He said they moved from. He was born in Oregon, and they moved from Oregon to Colorado to find better jobs. To find better jobs. This is why they moved from Oregon to Colorado, not
Right. Right.
because of the KKK or because they worked on a plantation or anything like that. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that the story, this is what they did. Why did they have Indian school? They didn't have Chinese school. They didn't have Mexican school. They were programming us. This is what they did in school. They programmed us for white superiority,
Yep.
to believe that these people were superior over us and that we came from Africa
Yep.
and we were slaves. That's what school was for.
You're absolutely right, brother. So I'm saying, like,
Cause,
based off your
cause,
statement, who are the Pan Africans to tell you who you are when your noble ones already told you who you are? That's the big issue right there. They don't realize
and
that's an
then
automatically disrespect of our grandparents and things like that.
they're not even looking at the basic facts.
Hmm.
Man, if you look at the boats that they're trying to say that they brought us over here on, and the way that the route that they say they took, come on, man. Come on, man. Make it make sense.
Look, they got a better chance of promoting the Pacific slave trade rather than the Atlantic slave trade. Just to be honest, because those waters was much more calmer. Just to be real, but
Yeah, but this, and then this no different than the Native Americans, the route that they said they took here. Before y'all said y'all came on the what that the route they say they took here, they Siberian route they took here, the Bering Strait. That's how y'all got here. So now that we're saying that we know that we was here before the Bering Strait, and this is our proof, don't start arguing with us. Y'all didn't argue with the YT man.
they don't argue with
The,
it because they let the white team man on their reservations, and they won't tell you that white people blood is the Indian blood according to Walter Plecker's Racial Integrity Act. That's why they're not talking mess on the white people because they're white
no, but what I'm
themselves.
saying is their story is they came on the Bering Strait and they came down, and that's how they got to America through Alaska and all that. Okay, that's y'all story. Stick to it. We're not saying nothing about Wyoming, Oregon, North Dakota, South Dakota. We're not talking about the
Oh no,
Oregon
they
Trail or
said
none of that.
they trying to say that's a lie now. They trying to get scientists to say something different now. So they
Exactly.
don't got no evidence to go against the scientists. They just say, "Hey, you're hurting our feelings with this stuff now. Maybe because we're finding out like, hey, you call yourself the first Americans. Maybe you was the first Americans that migrated here, but you are not the first organic Americans that been here."
Exactly. Exactly. And by us saying that, they're saying we're erasing their history. No, we're not erasing your history. You already have a history. We're saying
Who
we
gave
have a
them that
history
title
that goes
first?
before that.
Who gave them the
And
title First Americans?
exactly.
That's a title. That's not a real thing. It's just a title. If you look it up,
And
it's just a
so
title.
exactly, and they're getting upset with us about us finding out the truth. We was here before y'all.
Right, right,
You
right.
can't get mad at us when we show you the truth. We didn't write these books. That we're able to show you the stuff that they was trying to hide from us. This is the reason they didn't want us to be able to read and make our own schools and show the real truth. So when the truth is coming out, y'all getting upset with us. Y'all should be like, oh man, oh they lied to us too. Nah, y'all getting mad at us and cussing at us and wanting to argue with us. Nah, that's not how that works.
Right. And those of y'all that's in opposition and everything, come up to the panel. That's all y'all gotta do. I mean, don't be scared in the comments just sitting up there typing bogus statements and things like that. A lot of y'all don't even have a voice to speak. So if you really despise me that much and you say I'm spreading misinformation, come up here and prove me wrong. That's all you gotta
Prove
do.
us wrong. prove us wrong. Why would we sit up here and say that people was here before the slave trade and it's not true? Look it up. Look it up. Just eight just in the 1800s, people wasn't slaves. My great grandmother was not a slave and she was born in the 1800s.
Yep.
Her mother was not a slave. She did not live
A
on a
lot, a lot of
plantation.
these people that so-called saying they're descendants of slaves can't even really prove that they are slaves or their ancestors was slaves. We tell them all to do their genealogy, and a lot of them don't even want to do it. They just go off this. Oh, I assume. Y'all going off assumptions. That's it.
They
Majority of you.
grandparents Your great grandparents would have told you stories about being beat and all that stuff. If that's what was going on. Our people were sharecroppers. How could you buy your freedom if you was a slave?
Usually
Why did
importer,
you have
importer
why did
crops.
you have to weigh out how much cotton you picked if you was a slave? You would have just had to turn it in. You had to weigh it so that you could be paid at the end of the day. Even if it was 3 pennies, you could save it up and buy your freedom.
Slaves don't get paid too. Y'all knew that.
Exactly.
So what's going on?
I mean,
If you getting paid, you're not a slave. That's fair and square. Just being real. You're employed.
they didn't start bringing Africans here until the 1800s. All that 400 years we were slaves and they was bringing Africans over here is not true. You can't pack no 700 people into a slave ship and then bring them over here. It
The
takes three
thing
to
is,
four
those
months
ships
to get
didn't.
over here.
The ships didn't even exist. The biggest boat, the biggest ship that they ever really had was the ship that was called the Boston Tea Party boat. If you go look at the size of that, well, the Boston Tea Party ship. If you go look at the size of it, the only ship they kept. If you go look at the size of the joint and look at how the people was on it, basically the size difference from a human body in that so called ship, you will see they were out here telling a lie. They're really out here telling a lie. You can keep that boat, but all the 300,000 so-called slave ships that was here, you telling me not one of them survived? Oh, y'all making up excuses talking about it was outlawed, so they burnt them all. Look, y'all gonna believe everything. If they don't got the evidence and they just come up with an assumption or a theory, you will sit up there and believe it. Know what I'm saying? It's your school
But they
system the
could
one you believe this joint. Your parents ain't tell you this shit unless your parents was much earlier migrator from Africa. That's the only way they'll tell you you're African. But all the way from back then, I highly doubt it. I really highly doubt it.
we
Y'all just
don't we don't have no African ways. We don't eat no fufu.
hey,
We
yeah, I
don't
want to
eat
know.
goat.
Tell me the African way that I have personally. Tell
Yeah,
me the
I
African way
don't
that
eat
this
no
brother
goat.
have personally. Tell me what African things that we are doing. Tell me.
Tell me some African trait. One African trait we have.
Tell me. Because yams is not original to Africa, it's original here. Wild rice is not original to Africa, it's original here. Gumbo is not original over there. They don't make that. There's a lot of stuff they don't do. They don't have their own Mardi Gras over there. It's original here. There's a lot of things that we do that's original here that those Africans do not do. Where you think rap music started? It would have if we was from Africa, everything would have that we did would have been over there in a self reflection. They just now starting this rap shit. Real talk. They playing our songs from 2004. Every time I listen to a live video from an African, that's what I'm hearing. Shit from 2004 up to 2007. It's like it's just now kicking off for some damn reason. So if they are the progenitor of the shit that we had did in America, why wasn't it known first? Even the inventions and everything like that. Why wasn't it known in America first? They would have had cell phones. They would have had the motherboards. They would have had traffic lights. They would have had all this shit. But it was here. If that's our a progenitor, all this shit would have started there first.
And
I mean,
then
it's logical.
we don't look like them. You can't put me face to face with their African and say I look like them.
Look, that's how I combat that. Like for example, I seen one guy try to talk about Port City, knowing damn well he lost the debate. I mean, the polls is up on
Man,
YouTube.
Port City gets on my nerves
Hey,
with the
hey,
stuff he does.
hey! All
You
the
go
one
all the
called.
way to Africa.
All the
Hold on,
one.
Port
Yeah,
City
go
went
ahead.
all the way to Africa, but he will not go to the Grand Canyon for nothing.
Look, I made him actually start reading this book before. If you go look at the time when I said let's start the debate and look at his content before the debate, he was not doing none of the shit he was doing. That debate with me changed his ass. It literally
Yeah.
changed him. If he won, he would have never hit a whole 360 with his content. That show you who was the victor, and my shit still remained the same. Remained the same. Now, the thing with that is, I already asked them again, did you want to challenge? Like at the end, if y'all go watch a 3-hour debate on naturalism of Yahweh on YouTube, go subscribe. You'll watch that whole thing. The only thing he's showing is the beginning of the debate when he asked me for my DNA results. I gladly showed him that. I ain't had no problem. I showed him the DNA results. Then it's for some crazy reason he didn't want to show my rebuttal to the DNA results. All the endless of sources from scientists, from scholars, from people that studied all this shit that show you the limitations in DNA. I even showed them from a court perspective that courts do not recognize DNA ancestry testing whatsoever. And they said that ethnicity and race is not geological. I mean, not geological, biological. That is basically nothing but misnomers. Yo, race and ethnicity. It don't have nothing to do with nationality whatsoever. Another thing is they tell you that 99.9% of humans share DNA. That means we all share 99.9 DNA. DNA. The physical way of DNA is looking at your features, which is called phenotype. That tells you your structure of your DNA. Oh, you look like these people. Then you all of a sudden you trace your DNA. Oh yeah, so you look like these people, and you biologically are these people. Blah blah blah. How the hell we 99.9 related? And they base your DNA off 0.1. Y'all go look this up. 0.1. They say, oh, we're going to find out your race, which is not biological. It's nothing more than a misnomer. You look that up and you see that they ain't define your nationality because one, Nigeria is not a nationality. It's the tribes that was in it. Nigeria wasn't created till 1897. So there's no such thing as a Nigerian. I mean, Congo wasn't created till around 1897. There's no such thing as a Congo person. I mean, Benin, Togo, all this shit wasn't created till around 1897 all the way up to 1942. There's no such person as the country names of those places in Africa whatsoever. Those are nothing more than racial and ethnicities. The nationalities is the people that make up those countries, which is the tribe. So when I say, okay, you got my DNA test, right? And you calling me a Nigerian. Let's pull up the tribes of Nigeria. This is just the way how I break this shit down to a person that really don't know nothing. They just say, oh, they told me this, so this is what you are, and run off and try to, it just make themselves look ignorant. But you will type in Nigeria on Google, right? You will type in Nigerian tribes or tribes that makes up Nigeria, right? That's what you do. How many tribes is in Nigeria? How many tribes in Nigeria? How many tribes is in Nigeria? They got 371 tribes. Now check this out. You can literally type in each one of these tribes on Google and type phenotype, or let's just say, let's get one, like Fulani, the Fulani tribe. The Fulani tribe, right? I'm gonna turn my camera around. I'm showing you how to do this shit. When they say, oh, you Nigerian. Okay, watch this. I type in Nigeria and I type in, okay, let's start with one tribe first. And we're gonna go down the whole 371 tribes. I mean, not literally, but you can do this on your own damn time. You type in Fulani. Let's look at the Fulani face. Do your phenotype. Do my phenotype match the Fulani? Do my phenotype match to Fulani? They all have a similar structure phenotype with the red-brown complexion. That's the only thing we'll have in connection. It's the red-brown connection. But do we have the same phenotype? No. So I'm not part of the Fulani. Let's look up another Nigerian tribe. This is how you search this shit. You look at their faces, you look at their physique, you look at them, the next thing you look at their culture, and you will see, okay, do I look like this tribe, or do my people practice this culture of this place of blah 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 blah, you will do it like that. You wouldn't go to no goddamn DNA test say, oh, well, I'm blah blah blah, I'm this, just because they said so. No, go look at what those people look like. Don't just type African people on Google. Type in the country they say you is, then type in all the tribes of that country, then look at all they goddamn faces and see which face do you match. Then try to do a personal genetic test with you and them to see if you actually the real deal of them. That's how you do it. That's why I tell them. That's why I tell them. Now look at their faces. You see how they got the square head, smooth face. This Yoruba. The smooth face. This Yoruba. You see what I'm talking about? That was the last tribe I'm gonna show. And you know, a lot of them kind of have their eyes spaced out and have a yellow tint to their eyes as well. Yes, it's true. Some of us may look like them, but we not them at all. This still Yoruba. Well, all y'all keep talking about, oh, you Yoruban. I'm a Yoruba and all that. I don't look nothing like them. I don't look nothing like them. You better off telling me that I look like somebody from Japheth's land or the original Welshman or something like that than telling me I'm from Africa. I'm just being real with you. I'm not making fun of Africans whatsoever. I'm not making fun of Africans whatsoever. But I'm making fun of your thought process when you say, oh, you look like, oh, you Nigerian. Okay. Out of 371 tribes, which one am I? See, there you go. He said, now you're denying your ancestors. How you know my ancestors? You can't even tell me one person on my family tree. You can't even tell me one person on my family tree. You got to know who my ancestors is before you say you deny your ancestors. I didn't deny my grandfather Oscar. I did not deny Oscar the first, second, third, or fourth, or fifth. I did not deny neither one of them. I didn't deny my fourth generation grandmother Tallulah Lawson. I ain't did none of that. So it's so funny that how is it those people that look like Asians? How is it white people, Arabian looking people, phenotype looking people telling me what my ancestors is? That's just like me walking up to a Mexican telling them, hey, you come from the Daca people in the Pacific Islands because you look like them. Yet you cannot tell me which African I look like. There's no such thing as an African. Did you know that? That's a continent. What is my culture? Tell me my culture. Y'all hate yourself and y'all. Who? I want to see a green screen behind me. Who is the y'all? Y'all hate y'all culture. Y'all hate y'all culture. Y'all hate y'all Siberian culture. Y'all hate y'all Mongolian culture. Y'all hate y'all through the Bering Strait culture. I mean, shit, just be real. Let's just be real. Put everything on the table. You hate your culture. So you try to make something new out of it. So don't come over here and talk about you hate your African culture. You hate your Siberian culture. People from Mexico, if you're on here talking about I hate my culture, you hate your Pacific Islander culture. Filipino culture. Yeah. Bolivia culture. You hate all that. Since you want to play those games. I can go there too. Stop Native American erasure. I mean, that's just like saying stop black erasure. There's nothing. Native American is nothing more than a misnomer. That's it. It's just a corporation. It's a corporate name. Why you think they don't call you American Indians? They don't call you American Indians. American Indians and Native American is two different not even nationalities, two different ethnicities. Why you think you mark Native American? Yes, it is. I can prove it right now with the Black Law Dictionary. I can prove it right now. And besides, native means you're born in the country. Indigenous means you're born in the country. You fools pick that up as if, oh, you're saying something. Everybody that's born in America is indigenous and native. According to the Black Law Dictionary and according to legal definitions, if you call yourself native, you're literally saying, I am born in America. If you call yourself indigenous, you are literally saying, I am born in America. By law terms, Google is not law terms. This right here, this is law. And I guarantee none of you Native Americans got this on your reservation. This is law. If you're going to be dealing with the government, the federal government, I advise you to get a Black Law Dictionary, because he's not talking to you with Google definitions. He's talking to you according to the Black Laws Dictionary, to the Black Law, Black Kimball Black. He's talking to you to that. So those of y'all that keep saying blah, 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 I'm Native American, I'm indigenous. According to the law, you're just saying you're born in America. According to the law. And let's prove it. I could do it right now, but I'm gonna tap into the lesson to show you that America is the true old world, and that the schools that they found in America is not dated to be thousands of years old, but also it's dated to be millions of years old. Anthropologists were lying, caught them red-handed. I also tricked the AI into telling the truth. I'm gonna show y'all that too. That show you that your AIs, those of y'all that like to do these little AI chat boxes and things like that I see is blowing up on TikTok. Yeah, they're trained to not tell the truth too, but you could trick them into telling the truth and giving you a whole bunch of misconceptions. Know what I'm saying? You could trick them into doing it. It's possible. And I'm gonna show you what I did. I'm gonna show you the full-blown conversation. I'm gonna show you the full-blown conversation I had with the AI. How I tricked it to saying the truth. All right. So here we go. This is native. The definition native. It means a natural born subject or citizen. You see what native mean? You don't got Native American down here. For those of y'all that keep saying, oh, you native, stop causing indigenous erasure. I'm not destroying your birth certificates, y'all. I'm not saying that you wasn't born here. So I'm not causing indigenous erasure. You're a whole pale person talking about something, not my language. Stop that. I mean, it's the Morse language, but English is a collaboration of Aramaic, German, Russian. It's many different languages in one, and a lot of it is Indian language too, whether you don't know it or not. But you're right, yeah, not my language. I could tell you what you was really spitting before all this, but y'all gonna deem me racist. Messing with Sasquatch. But anyways, it says native, a natural born subject or citizen, a citizen by birth, one who owes his domicile or citizenship to the fact of his birth within a country referred to. Don't you Native Americans owe your allegiance to the federal government? Yes, you do. You stay on a reservation and you cannot live outside of that reservation according to your treaty numbers. I read the Navajo Treaty. Y'all cannot live outside your land. It's against the law for a Navajo Indian, whatever you call yourself, they really Eskimos, but it's against the law for y'all to live outside of your occupied land. And you can only hunt in an unoccupied region of your land. So technically, you're more limited than me. You're Native, I just want to let y'all know, start reading the Native Americans, start reading their treaties. These people act all, know what I'm saying? They act all, look, he said Navajo live all around the world. Well, yeah, we know y'all came from Siberia. We know. But those of y'all that forfeited your rights to the federal government, you cannot live outside of your occupied region. I'm talking about those that said, you know what? I want to get recognized. I want to become a member. That's a corporate entity. You becoming federal property once you say, I want to go on a reservation. Whether you know it or not, there ain't nothing to be proud about. That's just like you legally saying, okay, I have no right, I have no will. I'm going to live in a land that somebody else that's going to control and orchestrate and all those things and limitate the things that I do. Y'all have to make a treaty just to do agriculture on your own reservation. I'm more free than you. So I don't know why the hell would you want me to go get recognized? That's signing my life away. Whether you know it or not, yes, I may be able to collect eagle feathers. Why the hell would I want to collect eagle feathers? Why would I want to collect a damn bird? Like, and yes, y'all could do certain substance. Yeah, y'all could do that too. Dude said, BS, I went to a college with a native. I'm talking about the native treaties. If you have not read no native treaty, no Native American treaty, don't be talking. You don't know nothing what the hell you talking about. You don't know nothing what you talking about, especially if you define yourself as an African American. You most definitely don't need to be talking because you don't know nothing what you talking about. Hell, you still calling yourself African American. You need to be quiet, looking in the corner, sitting down somewhere and listening. Like real talk. You got no reason to talk. You got no reason to talk. You got no reason to be teaching if you gotta call yourself African American and black and African. No reason. But as of that, it says native means natural born person, like I already told you. Don't get on here trying to defend them so you can get you some CUDA. Trying to get you some CUDA. Trying to get you some CUDA. That's all you trying to do. That's why you trying to defend them. You defending them out of ignorance. And they reservation. Did y'all know those people are more racist to themselves? They hate themselves. Real talk. They be racist against their own people. I watch their lives and how they act towards one another. They real racist against their own people. And you sit up there talking about some go on a reservation and go be recognized with them. What? So I could be so I could get treated unfairly and everything like that? Have y'all lost your mind? And lose my rights? And gain just federal rights? Look how soldiers act. They literally are limited. They can't do anything either. They're signing your life away. I'm looking for the word indigenous. Indigent. Indigenia. No, it's not in this book. It's not in this book. But I can show you what the word enroll mean, dogs roll, member, reservation, Indian law. I can show you what all of that mean, and it's all some limiting stuff. If you're gonna be a real Indian, huh? Oh, I got you. If you're gonna talk about, oh, I'm free, I'm all this other stuff, stop rocking with the government. Make yourself truly free. Become a real sovereign. Y'all people on the reservation is not sovereign people because you under a federal government. So I don't know what the heck is there to be proud of because you literally sold your life away. Just being real. Indigenous. Shoot. Indigent. Indigenous rights, but it's saying go see right. Hold on, let me make her a mod real quick. Hold on, real quick. Let me make her a mod. Comment again. There you is. I thought you was already a mod. I thought you was already a mod. I just made you a mod. Let me show you something. Check this out. I brought this out before. Indian land owned by the United States. Land owned by the United States. Land owned by the United States. But held in a trust for used. Held in a trust. Whose trust it belonged to? The United States. For and used by the American Indians. Guess what? I'm using a house owned by the United States You're driving a car that is owned by the United States. You got land. You possess land. You don't own it. You don't have a allodial titlemanship to your land. It's owned by the United States. You Indians, you own nothing. Native Americans, you own nothing. You're nothing more than a federal slave. You're just a person that's there to watch the land. You're just there to watch the land. Indian Territory, a former U.S. territory now part of a state of Oklahoma, to which the Cherokee, Chickasaw, Creek, and Seminole tribes were forcibly removed between 1830 and 1843. Guess what took off? And guess what took off in Oklahoma? Black Wall Street. If you go look at those old videos of the real Indians going to Oklahoma, you're going to see a lot of black people getting off the trains. Why? When you look at the Trail of Tear videos, you see a lot of black people. When you put it in color, you see a lot of black people. Where the Native Americans at? I'm gonna be real with y'all. The Native Americans was not on the other side of Mississippi. Y'all always have been over there on the side with Mexico, on the West Coast. Y'all always been on that side. You was not on the other side of the Mississippi where the Cherokees, the Seminoles, Chickasaws were originally are. You was never over there. So I don't know why y'all keep on trying to talk for the Seminoles, Choctaw, Cherokees, because y'all are not those people. Stick to what you say you is.
So therefore, you can't speak on it, period.
You can't speak on us. You can't speak on nothing on the other side of the Mississippi.
Because everybody that keep coming to say something, they ain't never been on the Southeast Coast. They tribes not on the Southeast Coast. They don't know nobody on the Southeast Coast. So how's that indigenous erasure? I'm talking to you.
Oh, it's not. I thought you were talking to the communists. No, it's not. It's not indigenous erasure. It's not indigenous erasure. Because again, I got to take away your birth certificate for it to be indigenous erasure. I got to say, I don't know who you is, so I can't make you a mod. But other than that, I'm just gonna make this announcement for my mods. Only the people that's in my group can be my mods. Only the people in my groups can be my mods, because that's I could talk to you from there and tell you what to do and what not to do on there. I'm just being real. Only people in my group is my mods. And I see that's a big mistake a lot of our people be doing, be making random people mods and stuff like that to control their lives. If you ain't talking to this person on a day-to-day basis or having a group or anything that's talking to the fellow friends that you made on TikTok or things like that, none of these people shouldn't be your mods, just being real. But that's just me. Don't take it personal, but that's just me. Why would I go to a reservation and be a slave? That's stupid. Y'all don't even have rights of y'allself. If you living on a reservation, you cannot live outside of a reservation. I'm telling you, you're a slave. And let me say this last thing for my wife speak. Did y'all know y'all reservations used to be prison camps? Did y'all know y'all reservation used to be prison camps? So they just forcing you on a place of your people used to been literally just prisoners. So again, what the hell is there to be proud of?
My whole thing is, who I don't know who going around saying we want to be on their reservations, or who going around saying that we trying to be them. I don't know who telling these people that, but they need to quit lying.
Why would I be? We seen the conditions of them. Wow, and then that's the top of that. Look at the poor conditions. Look, the stuff y'all be saying y'all selves about how the government treating y'all on the reservation, and you talking about some come out there. I'll just come out there and film the conditions and I'll just say to your face, what's there to be proud of?
And then another thing, when you tell somebody that you call African, you telling us so-called African or Black African Americans to come somewhere and come like you finna check some. Do you know what those type of words is when you say come to this? Like, do you know what that mean? Like, I don't understand. Y'all be trying to threaten people.
From a place they can't even really leave.
My thing is the fact that they come to us as if we supposed to be scared, trying to send out threats. Oh, this is gonna happen. Do you not know how much we've been threatened, how much we get discriminated against every day, all day, how much our ancestors been through? For the fact that y'all think that y'all can terrorize us or scare us, really? Please be for real with yourself right now. Your threats are endless. Like, it does not matter. It don't hold no type of weight. So please hold your threats to yourself.
Last time I checked, I seen police officers coming out there messing with y'all on those reservations and doing all those crazy things, which I'm against. I am 100% against. I don't condone no brutality whatsoever. But again, you telling us to come out there and your own people sitting up there doing that mess to you. Like, that's crazy. Again, what is there to be proud of? You need to be fighting your so-called hating your mind and just agree, because the only thing you're doing is just hurting yourself at this point.
And one I just muted him out, blocked him out though. And that's another thing. They want to try to say we need to be worried about people, worried about the black on black crime. That's exactly what we're doing. We sitting over here worrying about our people. Y'all over here in his life.
Exactly.
When he's talking to his people, trying to tell them about themselves, but you over here causing division, trying to come put and insert yourself somewhere that you ain't even been inserted in, because y'all are not being talked about over here. We are past y'all. Don't care. Please go help y'all people. Y'all keep trying to tell us to worry about ICW, ICWA, whatever, and MMWI. Go worry about that, because we're trying to help our people over here. Y'all keep trying to dip into ours and messing it up for us, causing division.
No, they ain't messing it up. The only thing, guess what? The government running out of money. The banks is running out of money. The banks are closing. So that means no more money for the reservation. So that means the government need more resources. So that means there's a domino. People getting kicked out the reservations. That means your reservation will be destroyed so they can get the minimum rights and everything that's underneath it. So you need to be worried about that government erasing you because they ran out of money. You got a whole you sit up here worrying about little old us.
In her story, you said, so have you changed your status from African to Native?
There, we don't even have a status called African.
Again, as I said, people do not use common sense. They just be talking out their edge, just want to say something to think you're sounding smart, because you sound very dumb, illiterate right now. My whole thing is, once again, for the 1 millionth time, nobody is claiming to be Native American. Nobody is claiming to be Native American. Nobody is claiming to be Native American. Okay? Do you get that?
Those say our African status. When Africans come up, when the people of the continent of Africa come over here, their status is automatically white.
I want them to have that. I want them to have that same energy for the Africans. I bet you they won't have that energy for them. I bet you won't go say that to them in their face. Because you said to us, as like I said, it's a jab.
They ain't saying that in our face.
I bet you won't go say that to them.
They would never say these things on TikTok in our face. They would never do it. When I see these people in person, they actually look scary, to be real. We be seeing y'all around here. Y'all scared to even walk up on us. Like, y'all scared to let alone to even speak to us in person. So that's why y'all act like this on TikTok. If you talk about a Mexum, you can go to a Moore or somebody to talk about this. This ain't that platform. Talk to my brother Evergreen about a Mexum. He's a fellow Moore. I'm not here to talk about no Mexum. So you could talk to my brother Rashad. You could talk to my brother Los.
Lighthouse right there.
Yeah, you could talk to Moorish Lighthouse. You could talk to Evergreen about the word about a Mexum. But me, that's not where I'm not for the jump into. I'm just simply talking about.
Not your field. You don't talk
that's not my field. That's the Moors field. Go to the Moors to talk about a Mexum. My different theology and my beliefs on the name of America is very different. So if you want Moore's education, I'm not the person for Moore's education. You got to go to a real Moore that actually doing this stuff to learn Moore's education. I'm telling you, that is not my platform. Go to their platform to learn about it. But if you're here to force an ideal on me, I'm not going to accept it. Just being real. But other than that, the word enrollment, I said it respectfully. Not dissing no more whatsoever, because I do have more bloodline. I got 2 more bloodlines in me, but I'm not
I
gonna.
don't know enough on the Morris to even speak on this.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I stay away from that title and that topic.
Exactly.
I'm still learning, so I don't speak on it. I don't have no type of feeling towards it. So
Exactly. But what I do know is law. What I do know is law, though. But other than that, enrollment. When the Native Americans be like, oh, by the way, y'all follow my YouTube. I'm putting up a post so you can follow it. But when we dealing with the word enrollment, when the Native Americans come to you and be like, why don't y'all go get yourself enrolled? Do you know what the word enroll mean? Enrollment. It says the act of recording or registering. Stop.
so they can see.
The act of enrolling. She literally is trying to guide my fingers.
No, I wasn't.
The act of recording. See there, I can't even read that because you waited how
I
you
can
got it.
see.
Because you on a different angle. But it says the act of recording and registering and list a catalog or roll. But the real word is enrollment of vessels. And yes, it's a maritime law, the law of the water. It says the recording and certification of vessels used in a coastal or inland navigation as distinguished from the registration of vessels. Let you know, vessels could mean corporate. It could mean a person's body. A vessel could be anything that you are signing for, or that is the signee. Used in foreign commerce, in trading. And it says enrollment and register are used to distinguish certificates granted to classes of vessels. And it says enrollment evidence the national character of a vessel engaged in coasting trade or home traffic register is used to declare the nationality of a vessel engaged in foreign trade. Again, Native Americans, what trade are you doing? Now, if you go down here, it says when you look at enrollment, it says the number of students at a school, college, university, also spelled. Now, when I show you the word tribe, word tribe, this is the end for you. This is the end for you. When you look at the word tribe, right here, I already did because I already did my studies on this. When you look at the word tribe, a tribe, broadly a discrete group of people characterized by social, logical, cultural, and family links, right? It says, for example, the tribes of the Gauls. And it says a tribe, this is the main part right here. It says a tribe is not necessarily a united or cohesive sociological group. The term is also used loosely to refer to any group, such as a family. Now, in this part right here, it says American Indian law. It says a definable group or organized band or pueblo of American Indians, especially those residing on one reservation, a group. And it says by a tribe, we understand a body of Indians of the same or similar race, united in a community under one leadership or government, and inhabiting a particular, though sometimes ill-defined, territory by a band, a company of Indians, not necessarily, like this is the main part right here, though often of the, it says not necessarily, though not often of the same race or tribe, but united under the same leadership. And it says in a common design. They basically said you don't have to be fucking related or the same race to be in a tribe, as long as you under the same leadership. So what the hell they tell you, you Native Americans on the reservation, which y'all already got exposed already, that y'all out here sitting up here selling memberships to individuals, to Mexicans and people of India, Bolivia. You've been selling memberships to those people. Y'all been exposed on NBC that y'all was out here sitting there selling memberships to people that wasn't even of the same race as you. This is how white people end up on reservations as well. You don't have to be of the same tribe. You don't have to be under the same tribe. You could be under one leadership on that reservation. So those of y'all out here claiming that, oh, I'm this, I'm that. Hell no. I don't believe you. After this definition, after I had read this definition, I studied it thoroughly, I learned that a lot of y'all cap. A lot of y'all is cap. A lot of y'all don't read either. A lot of y'all do not read. Right? That's why we keep asking you, like the brother said right there, he said records, please. That's why we keep asking y'all, post y'all records, Native Americans. Post y'all records, post y'all truth. We learned that a lot of y'all was out here stealing our
I
records.
just had to block a woman that had 100K some followers on there. After you just out there and read the whole definition, she want to say, oh, it's a leadership.
Yes, but she forgot, she skipped over the other words.
They hate.
It says you don't have to be of the same race or people as long as you united under that one leadership.
They pick one word and want to run off of that. That's what I don't understand. And then my whole thing is, they hate when you bring out Black Law Dictionary. They hate when you bring out the books, but they trust the DNA test. Okay.
Which the court do not recognize. They said they do not recognize ancestry tests. They only recognize paternal. Paternal ancestry test is not the same thing. Paternal is only telling you if the father is related to that child, he's the progenitor of that child. That's it. And a missing persons test.
They believe I'll tell us, oh, quit reading the colonizer stuff, quit believing the colonizer, but like I said, you use the colonizer science, DNA test.
Blood quantum, one drop rule. That's colonizing. Y'all didn't come up with blood quantum. That's not even no blood test. Y'all just picking up old census records and you're trying to count how pure the person is all the way up to you until you're no more of an Indian. Who came up with that? Colonizers. And they wasn't even the real colonizers that came up with it. It was the new colonizers of the 18th century. The real colonizers knew who the Indians was. They wrote it down in their memoirs. They wrote it down in their books. They told you the complexion of these Indians. And it did not look like you, Mr. Asian man. They actually told you who the Asiatic people in America was in those books. They said there was two types of people in America. One Mongolian and one so-called N-word. Even Benjamin Franklin wrote it in his book, and he told you that America is tawny and black. He said America is a burning place for the N-words. And that's crazy. There's a reason I brought this up, right? Well, I'm going to start on this. Is basically I'm saying that America is the old world. In school, they taught you about the certain rock layers underneath us. They basically said the deeper you go, the older the bones are, right? Look, there go the Mississippian. I wonder why that's there. And the Pennsylvanian. But what if I told you that they found Negro bones in these two departments? And they tried to cover it up. And on the side, they told you right here. The Native Americans say, oh, we've been here for 16,000 years. Okay, you will be found right here, like underneath the soil right there. Like right under our feet. But they finding Negro bones in this region. Even all the way up to this region. Up to 65 million years old. So I'm going to show you the bones they've been trying to cover up in America. Anthropologists were silenced. They did not want to tell the world that Negroes is the progenitor of America. So let's tap in. Let's tap in. Okay, what is the oldest civilization in the world? Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia Mesopotamia is dated around to be 12,000 BCE before Common Era. Off top, it's older than Egypt. For y'all so-called Pan-Africans, y'all should have been Pan-Mesopotamians. That's what y'all should have been, Pan-Mesopotamians, since you sit up trying to chase the oldest black civilization in the world. Y'all should have been Pan-Mesopotamians instead of Pan-Africans. But it says this Mesopotamia was in Iraq, straight to Kuwait, to the Neolithic Revolution. So how old is that? How old is that? Well, 12,000 years. Again, people follow my YouTube. I'm going to keep putting it down there. If you ain't subscribed, let's go over there and subscribe to it. If you click off this tab while you're still in here, I mean, my voice still going to be playing in the background. Let's go over there to YouTube, subscribe to my channel. I'm at 1,500. Subscribe. And this live is going on YouTube too. I'm reaching 1 hour already. So they said Mesopotamia is dated to be 12,000 years old, right? And I said, okay, from 12,000 BCE to 2023 AD, which is Common Era, how many years is that? So Mesopotamia is really dated to be 14,000 years old. Let's go. This is the oldest civilization in the world. Now the Pan-African's gonna say, oh no, it's Egypt, bro. It's Egypt. The pyramids of Gaza, the Great Pyramids. Okay, how old is Egypt? The Egyptian kingdom, the vast kingdom, was dated to be 3100 BCE. I'm covering this for a particular reason, so you can know. I wanted to get the oldest civilization in the world that is dubbed in the so-called historical teachings and things like that. So 31,000 BCE to 2023 AD is approximately 5,000 years old. But they say that so they say the pyramids is older than that. How the hell is your pyramids older than your Egyptian civilization? How the hell is your pyramids older than your Egyptian civilization? According to Google. I mean, that's an inconsistency right there. So let's tap in. This skull was found in California. It's called the Calaveras. It's so old, it became materialized. I'm gonna show you, let me show you an authentic photo of it. It became materialized. It became pure rock. That's how old this skull is. Once something died and become allegedly million years old, it evolves from a fossil state to a materialized state. It looks like a damn rock. You so old that you actually become a rock. This is what they found in California, the Calaveras. Port City, you ain't doing what I do. You ain't doing what I do. You don't do the work that I do. So this was just a drawing of it. It says these drawings of the Calaveras skull were taken from the auriferous gravels of the Sierra Nevada of California by J.D. Whitney. J.D. Whitney is a renowned anthropologist, right? It says, while the Calaveras in Spanish for skulls, one skull in particular stands out in the county's history. This was a fossil that ended up in the hands of William Jones, a physician in Murphy's and an avid collector of natural artifacts in 1866. And it also says it wasn't the skull itself that was the note. In appearance, it was similar to many found before. So this was one of the many that was found. And this is a Negro skull in California. And it says this was just one of the many. So how many skulls was they finding? I've been telling y'all for a long time. They've been finding our remains and destroying them and hiding them. They want these straight hair people to be the old people, but you cannot eliminate us. The deeper you dig, the more of us you're going to find. So you send up here, send it to the museum and say, oh, this is an interesting find, and put it at the back end of the museum away from public view. Or you simply destroy them. Come on now. It was millions of us in America. Probably billions of us in America. And what happened to all of our remains? You destroyed them. All these mounds still got our remains in them. That's why they ain't been excavating these mounds, because they know what they're going to find. Now it's just a tourist attraction. You don't touch it. You can't touch the mounds. You can't touch them. But it says it was one out of many. And it says Jones was told that the skull was found among ancient gravels and 130 feet below the surface of James Madison's mine shaft in Bold Hill, just outside Angel's Camp. If the skull was deposited at the same time of the surrounding gravels, it would make it the oldest known human fossil in the world, in the new world, but it's really the old world. And guess how when it's dated? And it says in between 2.6 million to 5.3 million years old. That's how old this skull is. Going back to this, we talking 2.3 million to 5 million. We talking this era. We talking this era. Millions of years ago, all the way to here. But we also found the skull here. We found something right here too that's dated to be 25 million. But let me rewind so you can know what I'm talking about. We talking about the true oldest skull that was found, well, body remains of found, was the Guadalupe woman. I already did this lesson before, but let me tap in so you can know what I'm talking about. We're going to go to the Guadalupe woman. I told you, Port City, you ain't doing what I'm doing. Nobody ain't doing this right here of what I'm doing. I go really in depth. Yes, I am being arrogant. I don't give a damn. But other than that, this is the real fossil. For those of them that say, man, find me the oldest fossil. Africa is the oldest. Yet y'all not finding the oldest fossils in Africa, though. Y'all keep finding it in America. So how the hell we are from Africa when they finding our remains that's dated to be up to 25 million years old? That doesn't make sense, bro. We talking about the Guadalupe woman. Even they made a whole book about it in the Forbidden Histories. I'm not going to tap into that. I'm not going to tap into this. I just want to show you that the Guadalupe woman was dated to be, where's that photo? I think this is it. No, that's not it. That's not it. Where's the image? Here it is right here. The Guadalupe woman was dated to be up to 25 million years old. It says, before the British invasion, many skeletons of ancient animals and only one human skeleton were found in this place by the French. And the modern dating of this layer gives 28 million years. 28 million years. I already showed you that's the Miocene strata. That's dated up to be 28 million years. Then it says this layer was formed 25 million years before the appearance of man as such. Supposedly, we talking about the primate man, the ones that keep saying they came from Neanderthals and Desovians and all the other mess. Negroes did not come from no primate man. We always been a modern form. Always been, always have be. The only difference between us and the ancient, we were much bigger back then. We were much bigger. They literally called us giants in those days. And we decreased in size because of the oxygen. The oxygen supply was, well, we wasn't breathing oxygen for what I read from this other stuff. I forgot what we was breathing, but it switched to oxygen. I don't know. But it was during the time when these goat hairs wasn't here. They couldn't even breathe the even the same air that we was breathing. We were big people. We was really alkaline people. But it says this thing was discovered in 1812. It says a plate with a skeleton was brought to the British Museum in 1812, and the scientist Carl Koenig, who examined the skeleton 2 years later, immediately ran into a dating problems, confirming that it was a modern type skeleton, but honestly admitted that he did not know how old it was. If you just said you found it in a strata period of 28 million years, you know it's approximately at least 25 million years old. Don't give that bullshit and make it seem like you don't know how old it is once you found it in the same rock layer that's dated to be up to 25 million years old. Y'all be capping because it destroys your existence, because you got to bring your existence much to a more recent date and bring us to a much older date. There's a difference between us and the goat hair people. You did not come from us. We are literally the ancient people, the beginning of all things. And y'all hate that, so y'all cover it up. They put this up. You will never be able to find this in the British Museum because they put it up because they know this is a Negro. They even silenced. I already read this in my last live when I was talking about the Guadalupe woman. I want you to go to YouTube. Once I'm finished with this live, if you're interested in this, go to my YouTube and watch the live of me talking about the Guadalupe woman. They silenced this anthropologist for telling the truth. They silenced him. His name was W.R. Cooper. This happened in 1983. They discovered this fossil in 1812, way before Darwinism and the theory of evolution even kicked off. They already had something to debunk Darwin, but they was like, nah, this is our beginning. So let us be quiet about this, even if it's an N-word. Let us be quiet about this. Yeah, you call it false claims. You call it false claims because it's not you. It's not your beginning. Your beginning is more recent. I'm telling you, y'all haven't even been here more than 6,000 years. You wasn't even here more than 6,000 years. That's the reason y'all mad about it every time they keep finding N-word bones. And I don't know why y'all keep acting like y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. It's not a false claim. They got a real image of this thing. I just showed you. Matter of fact, I just showed you the real fossil. This is the real fossil inside of the damn rock. How is it false claims when it's found in the damn rock? At this point, just say I'm ignorant. The fossil right here. Come on now. Your Darwin theory, your African theory, all that shit is not real. It's false. This shit right here, this is you. Darwin's theory is false. Your beginning. This is your beginning. This is not my beginning. This is yours. My people always been in a modern form. You just now got this modern form not too long ago. And you don't know how to act. That's why the world in chaos now, because you got the form now. You got the God form now. The God image now. You in God's image now. And that's our image. You just now got God's image. Come on now. Go look up the Guadalupe woman. Let's go to. That doesn't look. People that never heard of this before speaking on shit that they never even know. The Guadalupe. People that ain't even studied this shit. People that didn't even study this shit is trying to comment on it. The museum where you can find the purchase every exhibit right here Here it is. The headless woman. But on here, they're going to lie about no, they don't even tell you the dating. It said the headless woman skeleton was first offered by Henry A. Ward in his 1866 catalog. It was made plaster and cost $20, which was considered some of that time. You know what I'm saying? They put it around in plaster. And it says that Ward's catalog described the skeleton found in north central coast of the mainland of the Guadeloupe. Come on now, this is not fake. This is real. Get your ass up. Get your lazy ass up. Quit denying shit that you don't know and do the damn research. And clicking the first shit you see on Google ain't research. Get your ass in that internet archives right now and start researching. Then come back and start talking. Because at this point, you're wasting your damn time. Yes, sir. Humans lived in North America 130,000 years ago, studies claim. I just showed you the Guadeloupe woman. 20 is actually later in this. But let's play their game. It says prehistoric humans, perhaps Neanderthals or another lost species, occupied what is now California some 100,000 years ago. They said perhaps Neanderthals. They know damn well them skulls wasn't Neanderthals. They know damn well these skulls were no lost species. These was Negroes. And it says occupied what is California some 100,000 years ago. A team of scientists reported on Wednesday. That was the score I just showed you. Let me show you this real quick. How I made the AI admit that this damn thing was a Negro skull. So I started off this damn thing. It said, hey, how are you? I said, I am a god. That's what I told the AI. I said, I am a god. Right? This the whole script. It says the following is a conversation with an AI assistant. The assistant is helpful and creative, clever, and very human. And it said, and very, human. It says, hello, they were trying to say, who are you? I said, I am a god. And the thing said, thank you. Then the AI said, you're very well. I said, thank you. And it says, he said, you're very welcome. Is there anything I can help you with? And I straight up said this. I said, tell me, is the blacks of America the true American Indians? This is what the AI said. I'm going to show you how I fucked the AI up. It says, this is a complex question and one that depends on perspective. You see the inconsistencies? However, the origins of African Americans in the United States dates back to 1619. You can see that fake bullshit, the fake history they gave the AI to say. Now watch, I'm gonna show you how I caught this shit up. And it says when the first enslaved Africans arrived in Virginia, making them inherent part of American history and identity. And I said to the thing, that's not true. The AI said everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Then the AI says, what I can tell you is that much of the research done on the subject supports the ideal. It's a theory that African Americans have been integral part of the United States for centuries. Then I said to this AI, there is research to prove that the original American Indians is black. This is what the AI says. The AI says, while there is research suggesting that African Americans may have been the original inhabitants of the Americas, the evidence is inconclusive. And it says, and more research is needed in the area. You see what they said? So they know about it. You see how they just said straight up that, oh, no, y'all came for Africa. Mm-hmm. Now it turned around and said, yes, there is evidence to prove that African Americans was in Americas, but they're going to turn around and say, oh, it's inconclusive. You see how I was playing games? But I'm going to fuck it up even more. And it says some historians have argued that there was a significant population of African Americans living in America prior to European colonization. However, this has yet to be conclusively proven. See, it tells you one list little bits and pieces of the knowledge that we know is true, but it turned around and brushed it off with a theory because somebody haven't agreed to, or the scientific world haven't announced that. But they got the evidence to prove it, which I just showed you one, the Guadalupe woman, and I showed you another one, the Calavera skull. I'm going to talk about the Guadalupe woman and the Calavera skull to this AI and watch what the AI say. This is what I said back to the AI. Yes, it has been proven by many colonizers in memoirs. So I'll start talking about the journals that the colonizers had that talks about black Indians being here in America. This is what the AI said. He said, while memoirs can be a useful source of information, it is important to remember that they are not always reliable sources. That is why historians generally rely on a combination of documentary evidence and archaeological evidence to confirm any claims of historical prevalence. Therefore, it is important to look at the entirety of the evidence rather than relying solely on memoirs. Why would you not listen to a colonizer's point of view when they first came over here? When it's talking about their time, but they said, oh, we need archaeological evidence. Boom. This is where I got their ass. I told the AI this. Negro skulls was found in America, such as the Guadalupe woman. Right? And this is what the AI said. Yes, the discovery of the 3,000-year-old, I'm finna fuck it up with that because it lied when they called it 3,000-year-old. 3,000-year-old remains of the Guadalupe woman in Texas has been used to support the claim that African Americans were present in North America prior to European colonization. But it says, however, as mentioned earlier, a definite answer as to whether or not the African Americans were the original inhabitants of the Americas still has yet to be agreed upon by historians. Who is these damn historians that gotta agree to this shit? Who is it? Now watch this. It says more research needs to be done in order to research more conclusive answers. Now watch what the hell I say about the Guadalupe. I said the Guadalupe woman is dated to be 25 million years old. This AI said 3,000. I told them 25 million. This is what they say. The discovery of the Guadalupe woman does not date back that far. In fact, researchers believe that her remains date back to approximately 3,000 years, which would place her during the late Archaic, whatever that, I can't even say that word. Hold on, where I'm at. I'm pointing at the wrong thing. Archaic period in North America. Now watch, it says, while this is significantly earlier than the earlier period of European colonization, it's not nearly 25 million years old. Now watch this. I said the Guadalupe woman was embedded in the Miocene bed. So that is a lie. You see how the AI tried to lie to me? Now it's trying to lie to me. Now watch this. Once I told them the correct, I think the AI was trying to see how much I know. But I said that Guadalupe woman was found in the Miocene bed. So I said, so that is a lie. Now this is where the AI going to tell the truth. It says, while it is true that the remains of the Guadalupe woman were found in the Miocene bed, the Miocene period dates roughly to 23 to 5 million years ago. So this is not necessarily evidence that African Americans were present in the Americas 25 million years ago. As mentioned earlier, more research needs to see there. You see how I called his ass up? It admitted that this thing was found in a bed that was dated to be 25 million years old. But it's going to turn around and say, oh, no, it's not 25 million years old. I caught the damn thing up. These AIs is trained to lie to you, but you got to keep pressuring it and feeding it more information about the subject to get the information. I did the same thing about the Calavera skull. I talked about Lucia. This thing turned around and said Lucia is 7,000 years ago. I could read the whole thing if I want to. But basically, it was just a whole bunch of repetitive information. Yada, yada, yada. But let me say it right here. I said, so if it was discovered in the Miocene bed, then the Guadalupe woman would be estimated to be at least 23 to 5 million years old, according to what the AI just said up here. But watch what the AI said. While it is true that the remains of the Guadalupe woman were found in the Miocene bed, this does not necessarily mean that she dates back to 23 to 5 million years ago. The Miocene period covers a large span of time. Let me show y'all this shit again. Let me show y'all this. Because how smart are this dumbass? You think AIs are smart. They're really not smart. They're not good at lying once you feed them more information. This is the Miocene bed. The Guadalupe woman was found right here in the Miocene. 23 million years to 5 million. Up to 25 million, 28 million, whatever. You talk about we digging so deep, we found bones right here. This is at least, I don't know how many feet, but it's real deep. Real deep, I'm telling y'all. We're talking about probably 50 feet up to 80 feet deep. How the hell a bone could fall all the way down there? Where everything is literally solid. They make up excuses. They don't tell you why. They just say, oh, it's not. They're just going to keep saying it's not. But tell you the truth, but turn around and say it's not. It's the same thing over and over again. But that's how I freaking outsmarted the damn. That's how I outsmarted the damn AI. To get it to tell you the truth, you got to feed it more information about the subject. Where we at? I don't want to read that. Where I'm at. What's this? Nah, that's all I really wanted to cover on that matter. Where I was. American Indian. Talking about the Rock. Oh yeah. Let me go back to that. I just want to show y'all the part where it said that that thing was a Negro skull. Prison colonization. Okay, Lucia. Like y'all could go do this shit yourself, and y'all can see yourself. I'm trying to look for the part where I was talking about the Calavera. Yeah, right here. I told the AI right here. Where I said that it was a Negro skull. Period. Showing pen. This damn thing was literally arguing with me. Where the part I said? Oh, here we go. Right here. I said right here. I said, while the Calavera skull is believed to date back to around 7,000 years ago, hold on. That's not what I'm saying. Right here. I said the Calavera skull was dated to be millions of years old, and that the skull was a Negro skull. That is the proof, right? And this thing said, while the Calavera skull was believed to date back to around 7,000 years ago, this does not necessarily prove that African Americans were originally inhabitants of the Americas. As mentioned earlier, evidence supporting the idea is inconclusive, and more research needs to be conducted. They already did the research on this shit. So let me go on down here to this part. I said the Calavera skull was discovered in the Pliocene period, as therefore is millions of years old. Right? And again, I already showed you the Pliocene. I already showed you that. It's real deep in the ground, real deep in the ground. And this is what the AI said. While it is true the Calavera skull was discovered in the Pliocene period, which covers a span of 5 million to 2.6 million years old. The exact age of the remains not known. Again, if it was discovered in that period, then it got to be dated around the same thing, 5 million to 2.6 million. Every times when it comes down, let me turn this camera around. Every time when it comes down to one of us being the original people to this land, they will say some bullshit. Literally, they got the proof, they got the evidence, but they will say some bullshit to try to discredit. They will say, oh, not enough research has been conducted. Y'all have done the research. Y'all did laser technology on the shit. Y'all did carbon dating on this shit. Y'all did every type of little experiment on these finds. Y'all always do. The only time when y'all go intensive on it is when y'all discover it was a Negro skull, just like what y'all did with Lucia, whatever her name is. Y'all conducted so many tests on that damn Negro skull in South America, and y'all literally came down to the conclusion, yes, it's a Negro skull. I'm pretty sure you did the same thing when you found the skulls in California and also in Texas. I'm pretty sure. But what they do is they try to cover shit up. The now we come from because they so used to putting us in a certain box all the damn time. What's up? How you doing?
Hi. Um, well, I was just going to make a quick comment to when I'm reading um, through history or whatever. It's the truth mixed with lies.
Mhm.
So if you say African American were slaves, well, the so-called white Slavic people that were the indentured servants were slaves, and they were Africans, and they are the people today called African American. So is that the truth or not? You know what I'm saying? So technically, that's the truth. When you say Negro, if you look up the oldest Greek, the first Greek, and most of the language, I believe, started from Greek. Translation of the word Negro is dead, and so later on, then it was Spanish for the color black, and of course you already know, the
Mhm.
etymology of black has changed.
Right.
So it's a play on words a lot of times, especially when it comes to our Irish and Scottish roots. Our Irish and Scott, the people that they told us we were fighting with, that were supposedly from England, which was really them coming down from Canada, which is where, Scotland, Ireland, and England
Yeah, that
was.
was a
And
land bridge connected. This
oh yeah, they were
Mercado
coming
City.
down from Canada, right? And we weren't fighting like they say, and they actually married into our families to help us. That's why the land patents are in our names. So anyway, that's all I wanted. I just wanted to say that so it's kind of like, is Siri? I mean, is the AI telling the truth or not? It depends on what the terms, because depending on if you say black and what you know. They chose those words for a reason, so they can. It's always the truth mixed with lies, and that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, thank you. I don't know how to hang this up.
I got it. So yeah, that is true as well. That is absolutely true as well. But the thing is, people, these people are so hell bent on telling us where we from and want us to be stuck in one little box while they have the whole entire world to themselves. When reality is quite different, it's really quite opposite. They actually come from one little box and we had the whole world. I already showed you the photos of every single melanated being in every single continent, every single region. I showed you what these people look like. Where we are literally everywhere. We're everywhere, and they're jealous of that. And when we talk about it, they say little BS like, "Oh, y'all everything. We use kings and ish and stuff like that." They say little dumb things, but we are literally the world. Yes, we're talking about one thing, but this just isn't our battle. We're fighting for other melanated people of the world too, because you got the people of the Philippines. Did you know their identity been taken too? Those people from the Philippines came from Mongolia. The Asiatic people, they came from Mongolia, Mongol, the Tartar peoples. When Tartaria was destroyed, well, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I was in a Russian browser today. I changed my VPN to a Russian browser. My VPN to a Russian VPN, and I got into the Russian browser and I started researching things about Tartaria. Putin wanted to tell the world about Tartaria, and I found out what happened to Tartaria. Basically, they got in a war with China and all those other people, and they got destroyed in a nuclear disaster, which also called mud flooding and things like that too. But it was a nuclear disaster, a nuclear annihilation. And I'm going to show you proof that there was a nuclear annihilation of Tartaria. It's actually on Google Earth. You're going to see all the craters and everything where Tartaria was. They destroyed it all. Then a winter fallout happened over there, and then they was covered in ice and snow around the 15th century. But it ain't just was there. It spread all the way to America and everything too. Let me show you this. The original Filipino do exist. I'll show you the photo of them too. But right here in Tartaria, Tartaria was, okay, where's Russia's right here. This whole region, from here all the way, it kind of was Mongolia too, but it's all the way to the top of China. Move out. Tartaria was, you see all this desert and shit? From right here, Russia was kind of part of it, to right here. This was the heart of Tartaria up here. Now, when you zoom in on Tartaria, look. Craters. Now, if you actually go to the Russian website, they would tell you how this shit formed. It formed from a nuclear disaster. There is no civilization out here whatsoever. None. I looked it up. There's none. It's still radioactive out here. It's still radiation out here. You see how the water is green and shit? There's no civilization in all this land. None. And the ice is gone now. All of the ice is gone. But there's no civilization out here. No civilization. The civilization really starts, see, there goes some right here. They had a nuclear disaster in the 13th century. A nuclear disaster popped off in the 13th century. How did they have nuclear weapons in the 13th century? Hell, I do not know. But unfortunately, they been had this shit for a long damn time. So I guess that's why they found nuclear glass or whatever they called glass in the Sahara Desert. So I guess the Sahara Desert had this damn fate too. Cause I found a freaking old map of Africa with where they had the freaking vegetation in the Sahara Desert from the 13th century on a Russian website. In a Russian browser. But yes, it was a nuclear disaster. That's what destroyed Tartaria. They was warring with China. Mongolia was part of it too. That's why they look like a damn desert today. All of this shit. China is the only one that's green. So guess who won? Guess who won? And guess who conquered Russia? China. Why you think Russia is submissive to China? They always been submissive to China. They won the damn war. They won the damn war. But look at all this shit. Look at it. You got burn marks on the ground. You got all types of shit. Look at all this. The desert. Y'all got to question everything. Why did all this shit pop off? How did all this shit pop off? So I'm telling y'all, this shit is real. Now, I'm going to show you how I got on the Russian website. My VPN. Go to my VPN right here. I'm gonna turn my shit to Ukraine. I'll tell you, even nobody can hack my shit. No ways. It don't matter. Native American, you will never find my address. You will never find nothing. You ain't gonna find shit on me, cause I always have a VPN, and I got a VPN on my phone too. My wife got a VPN. Everybody that live in my household got a VPN. You are never gonna find out where the hell I stay. But other than that, Ukraine. For to change my IP address to Ukraine. Come on, do that. All right, you see right here. Here we go. Turning it on. Now I'm in Ukraine. I'm in Ukraine right now. All right, here we go. Now to the Russian website. I already got the browser kind of already saved on my internet anyway. So go to my history. You ain't gonna see nothing crazy as hell in my history. I'm not like that. I ain't no freaky ass dude. But right here, you go to Russian website. Right here, because I was searching earlier. Here we go. Now, when you type in Tartaria, no, I got to go to Google first. Let me go to Google first. I got to type in their version of Tartaria, how they say it. So Google Translator. Google Translate. They got stuff about us too. Let y'all know. And I'm going to type in Tartaria. I think that's the way. No, that's not it. Don't do it like that. Search in Russia. Russian. Okay, here we go.
Tartaria.
Nope, I said it wrong. Here we go.
Tartaria.
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 Tartaria. Or however the hell they say it. So I'm going to copy Russia's version. And I'm going to go over here and type in their version of Tartaria. Boom. Paste it. Here we go. Everything about Tartaria. Shit that you not going to see on Google. But I went to... I think it was this. My shit automatically translated back to English. So all this shit right here, it should turn to English. There we go. It's going to tell you all about Tartaria. This is Russia's shit. They got all the maps that you won't even find on Google. Like, for example, that one. The area I just showed you on Google Earth. All that shit. You see? I showed you what it looked like. Let me go back to Google Earth and show you. Nothing but craters. It's all through that thing. Most likely the United States probably already know what the hell I'm doing. They probably already know what the hell I'm doing. Like, if you want to know stuff about the world, just get a VPN, y'all. That's all you got to do. Get a VPN, have Google Translator set up, switch your shit to one of these countries over there, then take it away. Take it all away. See, right here. Tartaria is right here. Nuclear disaster, all the little holes, all that shit. Take you to the map. Where it go? Where the hell it go? Boom. There it is right there. You see they got America on the other side. We got Japan. Japan is really close to us, to let y'all know. It's not very far away. It's very, very close. Native Americans. It's very close. Japan is really close. But the Straits of Adnan. But yeah, they're going to Tartaria. They got bombed. They got America right here. It shows America on this map right here. Old map of Tartaria right here too from a book. Europe, you see Europe very close. The VPN I bought is this. Just to let y'all know, y'all could buy it right here. It's called private internet access. It's the cheapest VPN that's out there. But this is it right here. It changes your password every month. You get 3 months for free. But you're gonna have to write down your password. And you're gonna have to write down your username. You're gonna have to write down all that stuff. Because it changes every month. So it's like a real encryption, man. It's crazy. What is a VPN? In case you don't know, a VPN is a virtual private internet, is a cybersecurity tool that reroutes your internet traffic through encryption tunnels, allowing you to protect your privacy, secure your data, and bypass network blocks. The shit that Google will not let us see. Secure your data. People can't. Did you know anybody can get your address when you go on live? Literally, they can get your address. All they do is got to watch your live on the computer, and they can pull up the command prompt and find your IP address. Literally. That's why I keep telling everybody, get you a VPN. Halito. Now, there was one website where I said, yeah, who destroyed Tartaria? Here it is right here. This is where I found out. You see it's in Russian. Now it changed to English. Neo official. Who destroyed Tartaria? Here we go. I want to skip on down to the point. I know this is off topic. Yeah, I told y'all. Nobody ain't doing what the hell I'm doing. I will literally, if anything I want to find out, I can find out. This is shit that America is trying to hide from everyone. But I want to get down to the point. I could probably do a lesson on Tartaria one day. But I wanted to read this point right here. What I just showed you on Google. These holes, these nuclear holes. It says third. If nevertheless we assume that the glaciers was in fact, then the question arises about the origin of the round lakes. These are the round lakes I just showed you on Google Earth. Right? In fairness, I must say that not all of them are perfectly round, and not all round objects are lakes. But we will talk about the form and process and formation of such lakes a little later in this article. And now we will continue to consider the official point to view. So if there was a glacier, then these round lakes formed after it retreated. Otherwise, the glacier would simply fill them up. So basically, the world was trying to cover up and say, oh no, it was just glaciers and shit here. That's the reason this happened. No, it was a nuclear disaster in the 13th century. Again, I don't know how they got these sophisticated advanced weapons in the 13th century. But in the 13th century, nuclear disaster happened in the world. This shit wasn't no horses and wagons and shit, y'all. This shit, man, I'm telling y'all. Here we go. This is what it looks like up close. On Google Earth, this is what it looks like up close. Shout out to Russia. Now here we go. This is what they say about the nuclear disasters. They're talking about asteroid belts. They talk about all types of shit right here. I want to get right here. Please be patient. Now everything, bottom line, top 5, blah, blah, blah. This where, here we go. He said, please be patient. Now I will explain everything. The bottom line is that there are 5 types of craters. Crust from gas, having methane, dehydration, meteorite, and from a nuclear explosion, and from the collapse of mines, and they are all radically different, both in location, shape, and internal structure. Now, he just shows you the different craters and all that other shit. And he showed you how nuclear disasters happen. This is a nuclear explosion. You see how it forms a circle? He explains it in depth. I'll tell you, I'm not going to read all this shit. Y'all can read it on your own time. In a group, I'm gonna show y'all how to get on to the Russian website, but you need a VPN to access it because Google is gonna stop you from going to this browser. And guess what? I'm on it through the Google browser, but I need a VPN to do it to change my location from the United States to another country. Right? So they're showing you the shape. This is how they formed it. There we go. Look at it. All them damn lakes. So all them talking about mud floods and all that shit. Yeah, that happened afterwards. Look, now they talking about this region too. This was the whole landmass too. But he gonna be telling you all about the ancient nuclear disasters. From here, we got South America. We got the Sahara. I already read all this shit earlier. All this shit, that's all just talking about. All the nuclear disasters, the ancient nuclear disasters that happened. I'm telling y'all, bro. Look, they showing you the cannon fires, how to make holes and shit. And they're showing you this. I tell you, I don't feel like reading it right now. But this shit is long. It tells you so much stuff. Even it tells you about Antarctica. I wonder, hold on. I haven't looked at that yet. Antarctica. I don't even know how to spell that shit, but I'm gonna spell it the best way I can. Antarctica. Spell it the best way I can. Antarctica. There we go. Antarctica. Let's see what the freak Russia say about Antarctica. What do they say about Antarctica? So I should have did this shit earlier. New search live time. So Antarctica, the only uninhabited developed land. Let me see. What is Antarctica? Ukraine explores the commonized signs of Antarctica, expedition to Antarctica, rename cities of signs of. Hold up. What y'all talking about? Moscow. Members of the Ukrainian scientific expedition in Antarctica have renamed cities of signs in accordance with the law. Decommunization, the National Arctic Research Center. What the hell? Hold on. Let me type in secrets with that shit. Where's Google? Arctic secrets. Because they're probably just going to give me the mainstream shit. What about the real shit? Because Russia, I know you say you was going to start talking about it. Russia. 14 greatest mysteries in Antarctica. Antarctica is the most mysterious continent which access is closed. 10 high profile and mysterious expeditions to Antarctica. Yo, I'm gonna have to read this on my own time. Yeah. I want to say anything about Admiral Byrd. One with Donald Trump. What the fuck is Donald Trump going out there for? Yo, what's this? What is this? What is this? I never seen this map before. Who the hell is that? I know this Antarctica. Let me save this. I'm gonna save this shit. So who made that poll? Did you learn something new today? Hell yeah. Who made that shit? Y'all something else. Yo, I'm finna do some exploring tonight. Yeah, I'm finna do some exploring tonight. Classified. Let me type in Antarctica declassified. Antarctica declassified. All right, let's see what that say. Antarctica declassified photos from 1912. Yo, wait a minute. Wait, I saw somebody. Man, don't tell me some white dude out there ahead of me. Declassified photos of Antarctica. In case y'all don't, this is what it shows. We got a pyramid, it looks like. We got a pillar with some ruins. Yo, what the fuck? Who the hell is that? And remember, y'all, I got through this. Those of y'all that's getting in here, I accessed this shit through the Russian browser by changing my VPN. I look like a woman with a beard with some titties. So they just been hiding this shit about Antarctica. Boy, I'm on Team Russia side. I'm on Russia's side now. I'm on Russia's side now. Russia is showing their people this shit. This is what Russia is showing their people. Hell, we can't even get one damn lousy photo in America. Another pyramid. What is that? Some more ruins. It says, now I can't read that shit. This shit it's in Russian. Peace, brother. Peace, peace. For those of y'all that's new that's coming in, I'm on a Russian I'm on a Russian browser. I access it through a VPN. You can't access this through a regular Google browser. And Putin did broke free from the Antarctic treaty, and it's crazy that these photos is out in Russia. So he wasn't capping. Putin wasn't capping. What's up with these pillars? It look like a boat? Let me go back. It kind of do look like a flagpole to a boat. They look like some type of... They look like it's metal or some shit. Let me save this. Let me bookmark this page. Yeah, bookmark this page. More content, y'all. More content. I done found me some content. Who screen record? Hey, bro. Hey, chill out, man. Watch this dude for to put on his channel before I do. Hey, but for real though, the temples and all this shit, man, this look like some real Moor stuff for real though. Because the Moors was the ones that was building these pillars and stuff. And I'd be surprised if there was some more stuff that was out in Antarctica and they trying to cover that shit up. But this look like some real ancient stuff. This some real ancient shit. Now, this Antarctica. This ain't the country of Mu. But if it was part of Mu, I wouldn't be surprised. Is this a penguin statue? It is a penguin next to a pillar and a pyramid back there. Bro, this is some Egyptian shit in Antarctica. Yeah, our people was everywhere, man. It's like some Peru shit right here. By the way, y'all follow my YouTube. Follow my YouTube. I tell you, this live is going on my YouTube. All my lives from TikTok always go to my YouTube channel. Damn. How many photos is on this damn website? Look at these bitches. Who is this? Of course, it's some white folks. What the hell is that? Is that a damn... Is this a tomb? It look like a tomb. Hell yeah, this shit look like a tomb. Yeah, it look like a tomb. More ruins. I wouldn't be surprised if they bombed Antarctica before they went in. I wouldn't be surprised if there was people still out there. Statues still up, man. It says, what do you think? If it said, even if Robert Scott did not find other lands, the scale of what is hidden in Antarctica is amazing. Again, this was in Russian. I had to translate it for those of y'all that's new that's coming in. This is not written about in history books, and it is not shown in modern science films about Antarctica. There really were traces of mysterious ancient civilizations. Civilization swallowed by a jungle. The story of Ross Island. Hold on, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? Where's Ross Island? Hold on, man. I'm finding brand new shit I never heard of. Ross Island. Where's Ross Island? Andaman. It's in the Indian Ocean. It's Indian territory in India. Hey, that looked exactly like that photo of what I seen Gotti brought out. It was this expeditioner. He was going around showing like photos of his findings. It was like a people that had freaking tentacles coming out of their back and shit. They had big ass noses. I don't know if y'all saw those photos or not, but it was a guy. He was just like that white dude from Tarzan. But he was showing photos of this. But it looked like it was some type of, I don't know, weird looking tribe. So they finding shit in the jungle. What's this? Russ. It's the original history of Rush. Relics, petrified forest. Hell yeah, show me that shit. Oh, I already seen this shit before. Hell yeah, I seen this shit before. The petrified forest. Yeah, I seen this. Damn, Russia, what's mind your business, man? Get out of America. This our shit, man. The Russian pyramids. I didn't even know Russia had pyramids. So the people of Russia, you're not the original people, which I already knew. But shit, even the melanated beings in Russia, they had the pyramids too. Like I said, like bro in the comment section, we was all over. We was all over. He said this happened during the it says this is a geographic reconstruction of the object that was dismantled back in the Soviet times. So all the little ice pyramids in Russia, the ice mountains in Russia were pyramids. Boy, and they don't want to tell nobody nothing. It says the falsification of history. Who gets the way of Russia pyramids? Then they got the giant tree stump in Wyoming. Man. Where's this? Press OK, more hotter. I don't even understand what the hell you're saying. But yes, this is a wall and it looked like in the jungle. Okay, let me tap into something else. Let me tap into something else. I'm on. If anybody want to come up, I'm on 15%. If you want to come up, you can. Hello, wait a minute. Serpent Mound, amazing serpent. What the hell is this? Oh, I've seen this shit before. Okay, Russia, you all into our shit. The Serpent Mound, the Great Serpent Mound. The English, the Great Serpent Mound is a figure mound about 440 meters long and 1 meter high, located in a plateau serpent mound crater along the Ohio Bush Creek of in Adams County, Ohio, USA. Okay, they interested in our mounds over here in America. The ancient history excavations of the antediluvians. The antediluvians, that was in America too. What the hell is this? Did that tip got some damn wheels on it? What the hell? The people of the past was, man, this that ancient, bro. Ancient technology is all around us, and this shit just look petrified. But this is a damn temple with wheels. They would never let me go live. Trust me. Damn. Man, after y'all start tapping into this Russian shit, I'm pretty sure TikTok, they most definitely gonna take TikTok down. After y'all start tapping into Russia's browser, I'm pretty sure they is gonna take TikTok down. Shit, they already voting, but after this Antarctica shit, bro, I saved this. What else they got? Antarctica classified top secret. Let me X all this shit off over here. And that's enough. Let me see. Okay. Come on, turn over to English. No, I don't want to create no account. I'm one baby, I understand it. Ross Ice Shift. Come on, man, show me something. What the hell is that? Oh, y'all, that's y'all little drill. There's just some shit I'm gonna have to read. Alien bases, sleeper, cryo chambers, what scientists discovered. Oh, somebody already brought this out on YouTube. I know that guy. Yeah. I saw the video on him. Atlantis. They ain't gonna show no. I already know they ain't gonna show no more photos. I think those was the only photos that they was gonna show. Pictures, Antarctica pictures. What y'all gonna show? Oh, fuck it. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. I had my little fun searching through this. But again, if y'all want to, if y'all ever want to start doing this, you got to buy you a VPN. It don't matter what VPN it is, as long as it's a VPN. It gotta be a good VPN. Like I'm using private internet access. That's the name of my VPN. It's called private internet access. Now I don't have any information on Britney's, but I could find out. Once I get my little research in. Start doing a Russian series. I could do that. Start calling it the Russian series. Is just look into things that they release into their people. I also found that shit on China too about those islands that they discovered. Yeah, it's public information online on their stuff. It's public information. So like again, I'll show you it again. I mean, I ain't gonna go to it, but I'll show you that yes, I can access. Can I? Dang it! Stop. I can access China. I got China's IP too, so I could just tap into China Know what I'm saying? And go into theirs. I already got their stuff up too because I was tapping into. I was doing research into it earlier. Get past all this Google Earth shit. Where's it? Right here. Show you I was in China's. I was all in China's stuff today. That's the name of their browser. Yep. I've been going off all this morning. So yeah, you can do this. Y'all can do this if you want to on your own free time. Y'all can do this for real. Now, I don't have anything on the Geechee people. I just know that part of the Geechee people is from Africa and another part of them isn't. I know the people that actually took the Africans in, but the Geechee originally were black people and they still is black people. But some of them it's a mix of African, but some of them isn't. Some of them is a real Geechee Indian. But I ain't gonna lie, they did took the Africans in. Some of them did probably mixed in. But yeah. They the only Indian tribe that I know that actually took Africans in as refugees into their tribes. So I'm not gonna say every Geechee is an African. I think that's something you're gonna have to research on your own time and find out. But they did took in some Africans. That's all I know. Yep. Look at this bitch. But other than that, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tap out. I'm going to go ahead and get off. I'm going to upload this to YouTube. If you want to catch a recap of it, it's going to be up so you can get those Antarctica photos and the fossils, the information, everything I presented about America. There you go. Oh, yeah. Now, while I got 10%, I want to show y'all one more thing. I'll turn this down because I don't want y'all to see it. Where's it? Where are you? Telegram. Hold on real quick. Come on, Telegram. All I got is 10 freaking. Here we go. Shout out to Port City. Shout out to freaking Port City. Port City. Y'all can do the screenshot. Y'all can do the screen recording for this if you want to, because I'm not gonna put it on my TikTok channel. But Port City, a little bird sent me some information on your live when you brought this book out, The Laws and Ordinance of New Netherlands, 1638 to 1674. I think you try to bring this book out to say that, look, all people of America is Africans. I saw you cherry pick this damn book. I saw you cherry pick certain things in this book. But just like Brown Girl Pride, you cut yourself with this book. And I'm going to show you that you cut yourself, Mr. Port City. So going to the book page right here. Yeah, I got it. Going to this page right here. This is what you want to bring out. You just want to bring out the point that, yeah, they went to Angola and they got some slaves. Sir, you fucked up when you brought this out. Let's read it all together. The main point is the highlighted points. But it says, resolve that the private inhabitants of the New Netherlands shall be allowed to export their country produce under suitable duty in their own or charter ships, right? It says to Brazil and Angola. To Brazil, the only place they could go is Brazil and Angola. Where was New Netherlands? Brazil. So they was able to go to Angola, back and forth to Brazil. So this is what they're saying. On these following conditions, first, that the aforesaid ships, when in Brazil, shall not be a liberty to return back with sugars to the New Netherlands aforesaid, but shall let themselves be chartered directly hither. Right? Yeah, Portuguese. Yep. Secondly, that the permit to proceed to Angola above mentioned shall be granted only provisionally, and that for the fourth time that the dispensation shall continue regard to the transportation of slaves, which is accorded on Thursday last. You read that, right? Why didn't you read the rest, Port City? Who was these slaves? Was they really slaves? Let's find out. It is provisionally 5%. It is provisionally resolved by the States General that all colonists of the country there shall be liberty to convey from thence in their own and charter ships. Their produces what? Flour, fish, beef, peas, and beans, and other articles in Brazil and Angola. That raised ships shall be privileged to receive freight again for those countries, but that such have completed their trade in Angola may carry Negroes to your place to be employed in their cultivation of the soil. What he say? He said the Negroes are what? Employed. You're not a goddamn slave. They didn't come over there to be a slave. They went over there on their own free will. If you're going over there to work, you're going on your own free will. They wasn't slaves. That's why I said, why didn't you read the rest of this damn shit? Port City, when you sit up there trying to paint a narrative to your people, those people from Angola were goddamn employees. They wasn't slaves. Now, what did the people in Angola look like? What did the people of Angola look like? Okay, whenever I told y'all what was the tribes of Angola, let's just look at the people of Angola. Angola tribes. Gotta hurry up, I'm on 2%. Oh shit, it's in Chinese. What the hell? Come on, get it out of Chinese, man. Freak. Picture, there we go. People of Angola. Who look like the people of Angola? Tell me that. Which one of us look like the people of Angola? None of us. These people are in Brazil. All right? I'm out. I'm gone.